Hi, howdy everybody. Okay, so last week I received some markers. Gift from the company, which I think Chartex, 100%. But when I did the review, the markers seemed a little dry. So I don't know if it was cold weather. I don't know if they had been standing up. I don't know. So they've been in the house for quite a few days now. They're room temperature. I've had them laying on their sides. So we're going to do another review and see what we get. Um, I think that's fair to the company. And this time we're actually going to do, instead of just testing them, I'm going to do some coloring in here with them because I was already using this for watercolor anyway. So um, we're just going to pick out some colors and see what we can get. Okay, so again, I told you they come in a nice stand. And we're going to stand these up because I can't see otherwise. Okay, let's pick I want a darker green because I'm going to do some leaves. That didn't sound good. And then I want a lighter green. Let's try this one. Okay, and then I want even lighter than that. So let's try this one. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, I got to open all three of them. So, because you don't want to let markers dry when you're trying to shade with them, or when you're trying to do anything with them. So, hi, Miss Lori. How are you? Okay, so we're going to use dark green, grass green, and reindeer pear. Reindeer pear. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to do it just like I would if I was using pencil. So juicy marker will blend. Okay, so I got to remember these are water because you go over them too many times and it just eats the paper. Okay. Did it go through? It did not go through. Let's do another one. Still sound and feel a little dry to me. That's just me. They're not as bad as they was. At least the greens are not. So I do feel, a little better with them. I'll do one more. I'm doing good. Oz is in there having a blast with his new toy. It's got the foil wings on it, and then it's got like a little squeaker. Okay, so I'm not getting enough color down for me unless I go over it like a lot of times, and if you go over it too much with water markers, you will start feeling paper peeling up. You will give yourself a hole. So I would suggest you let them dry and then do, if you want more color, either do a second layer or go over it with pencil. See, it's not bleeding through. Okay, so we did 3 of them with the marker. Let's make sure we get it on the right. Let's do a different color and see what we get. And then we'll do just straight lines on the paper. Okay, put them back in the case. And they do have the case is marked for that actual marker, so you know where to put it, but you kind of got to take it out of the case to see that. All right, so what is this? This is ice gray. Is this a light gray? I want a light gray. That's kind of too blue. Too blue. How about this one? Not the color I'm looking for. I don't see a color that I'm looking for. Let's see. That's darker than what I wanted. Okay, see what I mean about it just looks dry to me. That to me is a dry. Yeah. Okay, so let me do, I'm going to do the baby koala in this color. And we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so on this paper, this is Kirby Roseanne. It does feel like there's, a bit of ink in here. So let's see. They sound scratchy. Yes, I'm probably ruining my koala bear, but that's all right. So I'm an alcohol marker person. I normally do not mess with anything watercolor at all, normally. But to me, I have used watercolor markers, so I'm not like too ignorant where they're concerned. But for the price, I don't know. I would say they're not too bad. I pretty much would have to say that if you want them, you would have to purchase them and see the way you would like them, because what my opinion is going to be and what your opinion is going to be totally different. Well, I don't like the scratchiness of the way they sound. To me, when they sound scratchy like that, that means they're drying out. And these are brand new, so they shouldn't have that scratchy, squeaky sound. And I should just have to do like one layer to get the color that I want. Not like over and over and over to get a color. So I am going to say, for the price, they're not a bad marker. You get 80 of them for $39. Now, compared to other water markers, I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. Again, I don't buy water markers. So y'all will have to decide on your own. I am not going to, tell you guys that this is a great product and you need to run out and buy it and blah, 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 just because they send them to me. I'm not that type of person. I am not going to lie to my people. This is an okay product. I think they need to be juicier. My opinion. And I would get rid of the bullet nib, this nib, and I put a brush marker on here. That would be my thing. So that's kind of, I don't really want to get into it anymore because it's just not fun. The other day I was talking to Miss Ange, and these were laying on their side, and I pulled out, I wish I could remember which one I pulled out. And I did one of these. Oh, hold on. This one doesn't want to come off. Oh, I pulled out one of these and I did this and it squeaked really bad. So they do seem like they got, since they laid down, they do seem like they've got a bit more juice in them than what they had. See, it's squeaky. Nope. I don't do squeaky. I just don't. So that's my opinion on the markers. I don't think I'd pay $40 for them. So sorry, Chantex or Chartex. I just don't care for the way your markers laid down. To me, they seem dry. And for $40, I don't know. I mean, you've got an awesome case and an awesome setup for your markers, but I think your markers need a little bit more work. And that's my opinion. Okay. So, end of the review. Hi, Miss Callie. They did not bleed through. Well, a little bit. A little bit. You can see it. But that's because I had to go over it like several times to get the color. Yeah, you can feel the paper peel. And this is decent paper, you guys. So, yep, you can feel the paper peel on it. Okay, so that's my review, and that's kind of where it's going to stand. Let's do some coloring, because that's what I want to do. I want to color. I'm thinking I want to color in. What do I want to color in? I think I started a picture in here, didn't I? Or did I not? I thought I did. I know I started one in tea time, but I don't feel like coloring in tea time right now. And I don't feel like watercoloring, and that's what I have to finish my koalas in. Unless y'all want to watch me do like 1.5 million leaves. So I think I just want to put down some color. I do. Let's color this one. Okay, I gotta put the chat up so I can see what y'all are talking about. You just finished your koala, said Miss Lori. Okay, just say it. No, just say it's garbage. Not a good price. Okay. Hi Kim, hi Lori, just finished my koala page. Oh, Miss Kelly just finished her koala page too. She finished hers too. Y'all are just kicking butt on those koala bears. There you go. All right, this doesn't want to lay down. So we're going to put maybe put a clip. Where'd my clips go? Well, doggone it. All my large clips are not where they're supposed to be. So let's see if we can get into one without dumping all of them. Because you know me, I take something off a shelf and everything comes off the shelf. I have a box full of clips. It's even marked clips. And then a large or box for the small ones. I was gonna do mythographic, but I really want to color in this one. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna color in this one. Just because I just want to do a just because page. Not that anybody's doing it or has something they're doing in that book. I just want to color a just because page. Okay. Let me get water stuff out of here so I can focus on the coloring stuff. And I'm going to use my Prismas, of course, because I haven't put them away yet, and I really need to put them away, so I stopped using them. And my HBs, because I like the HBs. Ooh, I should clean my glasses. So we went shopping today. Yeah, well, not shopping. We really didn't go shopping. We went to pick up some dog food because I forgot it when I went grocery shopping. Because you know I'm an airhead like that, so I had to make a whole another trip. But you know, I got to pick up some other things I forgot. I think I forgot hot dogs and I think that was about it. Hot dogs and tortilla chips. My husband likes to make wet burritos for lunch. So he likes to put the tortilla chips with it. So we needed to grab another bag of those. Anyways, we bought my doggy a new toy and a new bone. He likes the really hard chew bones, like the cow bones. I have started page 3 in Wild Summer. I was thinking I should do page 2. I haven't done a page in Wild Summer in a long time. But again, I think I want to do mythographic in March. And I really want to get the Wolf Moon one. That just came out in November, so it's a newer one. And then I think I'm done with the mythos for a while. But I really like wolves, so I'm thinking I want to get that one. Okay, sorry, I had to sharpen a few pencils. Okay, so let's work on this tree. Why is this up here? Okay. There's a thing that's up here that I want it to go away, and I don't know how to get it to go away. There we go. Maybe. Okay. Red pandas look like they have been in the sun too long. Yep, I'm coloring in my mythographic in March. I have 2 more coming. So I have 6 pages at least in each book. Very good. Golly, they are really red. Like in real life, I mean. Okay, so I think we're going to work on this tree because I just think this tree is like really pretty. So in the grayscale books, it kind of helps you a little bit on where you should put your dark and your medium and your light. Now you don't have, just because it's like it's got grayscale in it, you do not have to follow what they've got. The darker ones will come through and leave darker spots. But if you think there should be a shade somewhere, this doesn't mean you can't put a shade where you want a shade. Or if you think it should be darker, color the whole thing darker. Just because it's grayscale, it shouldn't like make it decide what you want to color. See, that's the tips are a little darker, like for the dark color, but I'm not going to color the tips dark. I'll color them maybe the medium dark, but I'm not going to color them the dark color because I don't think the tips should be dark. The tips should be lighter because they're in the sun and they're new. So, my opinion. So, yeah, Lori, my dog, is in there just having a blast with his owl. He's shaking it all over the place. He loves the foil sound, that the wings make, because it's got like that foil paper in the wings. That's one of the reasons I got it, because he loves that noise. He thinks it's a blast. So yeah, when Mom gave him that, he was a happy camper with the bone, but when he seen the new owl, he was really a happy camper. He's like, ooh, a new toy. Yay. So I keep telling him he's got to be nice. He can't he can chew up the bone, but he can't chew up the toy. So let's see if we can get it to last longer than, a couple days. I'm hoping we can, but it's one of those things, when you're not paying attention, off comes the head, off comes a few wings, and then you're freaking out because, it does have a squeaker in it. And you're like, is the squeaker still in there or is it in you? So then when it gets close to him getting his squeaker, it goes in the garbage. And we buy another one. It's like a really ugly owl, though. Never seen one in real life. I actually saw them in California when we were traveling to visit the zoos. Crinkle toys, those are great. Aren't they great? They have such a fun time with those things. He's just in there throwing his head all over the place, and that thing is just up lying. I'm like, well, it is an owl. Okay. So we're going to take this middle color and kind of bring it off the dark a little. I want to leave the tips though because I want to color the tips a lighter color. So down in here, there's not really going to be a whole bit of light color in here. This is actually a Prisma. Because right now I have my Prismas mixed in with my HBs. Okay, and I'm going to leave a little. I'm going to color this in. Just because it looks like it should be. Because there's a tree coming up here, one coming up here, and then this one. And then there's bushes, so this should all be filled in. Sounds good to me. So I betcha now that didn't give a very pleasing review, how much you bet I won't get no more offers to do reviews. But I'm only being honest. I mean, I don't want to lie to y'all and say, oh, yeah, they're great markers, go get the markers. They're not. They're mediocre markers. And for mediocre, I think there's probably a lot better out there. To be honest, Super Tips seem juicier than those did. So, and I'll write them an email and tell them the same thing. Yeah, I'm always fearful that, he'll swallow a squeaker or something, because squeakers are his favorite. He loves anything that's got squeakers in it. Squeakers or that crunchy foil paper stuff. He has a blast with that stuff. So, yeah, I usually buy him things that have the squeakers in them. But I really, really watch, because the last thing I want to do is have them in the vets and them go, yep, we need to do a $500 surgery because your dog swallowed a squeaker. Because you were an unfit mom and didn't watch your puppy. It is so warm out here today. It's like 40 degrees out here today. All the snow, it's really foggy though. All the snow that's on the ground is like melting and turning to mud. My driveway's a mess. Our road is a mess. Because everything is dirt out here. But, I'll take 40 degrees. At least double digit. I'll take double digit. No. I never thought I'd be saying, yay, it's 40 degrees outside. That's not how this mama rolls. This mama likes to say, ooh, it's 60 degrees outside. It's 70 degrees outside. Yay. Normally I'm going 40 degrees. That's cold. Heck no, I'll take 40 any day. After what we've been getting. Yep. We will do 40. We will do 36. I'll do 38. Hell, if I really want to push it, I'll do 34. I know. It's like all my snow is like, well, we still got a bed. There's don't let me fool you. We still got a bed. But a lot of it has really, I can see grass. I mean, I still got, huge piles, but in probably 80% of my yard, I can see grass. And we got, puddles everywhere. Because, our property isn't, smooth and lined up. We got divots and hills, and, it's like everything mismatches. So we get water everywhere. Ozzy thinks it's fantastic. Like, let's jump in the water pile. Let's jump in the water pile. There's a water hole. Let's jump in it. And then he comes in the house and it's like, alrighty, you need a bath. And then he gets really bummed because, he has to get a bath and he can't go outside right away because, it's cold and you just can't go outside. Hang on, guys. My son's calling me. Hang on. Sorry about that, you guys. When my kids have something good happening, they always call me to tell me what's going on. So my son had some good news and was extremely happy and wanted to tell us about it. So, you know, I don't want to blow him off too quickly. You know, I want to hear about it. So, yep, I had to listen. And I am so proud of my kids. I really am. Although they're both like super grown adults now, but sorry I left you guys hanging. But family, I gotta do the family thing once in a while. Oz came in and said hi. He heard my son on the phone. Now he's in there eating his bone. I can hear him just a crunching. I'm gonna do this darker green. I don't mind coloring water as much as I used to. I've kind of gotten over the fear of it, because it's like if I don't, I ain't never gonna want to color a picture that's got water in it. So I just do the best I can and call it good. I'm not sure if that's part of the tree or what it is, but it is now. And I'm going to color this in darker, like a jade green. Because I think it's shrubbery from this thing right here. And I don't want it to be the same color as the tree, so we're just going to we'll put some darker bits in it in a little bit. There's all kinds of stuff happening here. There's shrubs and there's weeds and there's leaves. Those are weeds. Those are leaves. Yeah. Yep, he's just in there just a crunching on his bone. I think it's just, I don't know, I don't mind hearing it because it just, to me, it makes it sound like, he's happy. He's doing something that he really loves. He's just, he's happy. Maybe that's it for you, you just know that they're just happy. Hi, Miss Amy. I didn't see you come in. When did you get here? I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. 150 super tips, $22 on Amazon, so probably even cheaper at Walmart. Um, right, and to me, they're juicier. Yeah, I don't see where those justify the price tag. I can give them a name of some other channels that might give them a better review, but my opinion is just what I said, and that's kind of what I'm gonna stick to. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's do, since y'all are talking about it, let's do some water. We'll do that. And darker. That's darker, but I want even darker. Okay, how's this light? Okay, I like that. I like that. There we go. I like that darker better. So we'll skip this one. Okay. 3 is good, and if we have to add any other colors, then we'll grab a darker purple or something. Okay, start up here by shore. I'm just kind of right at the moment following the grayscale. Which, would pretty much be how I do it anyways. We're just putting in a light right now. Uh-oh. Bye, Kelly. Huh. All of a sudden, I can't see any chats. Did I, like, disappear or something? Okay. And then I'll bring in the light. I'm trying to go over all of it. It's awful quiet in my living room. I don't hear TV or nothing. That looks like water right there. Okay. So, I'm assuming, because it's only February 17th, so I'm assuming we are going to still get cold weather. You know, I don't think it's going to warm up any more than it did today. I really don't. I think it's just kind of teasing, and we're going to have more snow and, you know, more crap. I'm just really hoping that all this that's melting doesn't freeze and turn to ice. Because that, my dear, would super suck. Just like I'm an accident waiting to happen. If there's a place or ice or something to fall or make you fall, I will fall. And I don't just fall, I fall and get hurt. It takes me weeks to, like, not be hurt. either break something or spring something, or it can't just be a fall and the next day you're going, oh, I'm a little sore from that fall, or get a little bruise or something. No, not me. I'm either in a cast or laid up for weeks because I can't walk. Something stupid like that. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I remember the year that my granddaughter was born. Oh, we had the worst snowstorm I think I've seen in all of my years. Well, probably not that I've seen, that I can remember. How's that? There was snow so far up our you-know-what that, yeah, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. It took us, on a regular hour-and-a-half drive, it took us almost 4 hours to get there. The roads were not plowed. We left at like 4 in the morning. She called and said, we're heading to the hospital. And we're like, all right, we're right behind you. So, yeah, we left, and it's like, holy crap. They knew the storm was coming, so they were smart, because they lived out here, not here, but out in this area, when she was pregnant. So they knew the storm was coming, and her due date was like any day. So they went and stayed at a hotel near the hospital. Until, the storm was over. And, which was a good thing. Smart idea. My son, her brother, went and stayed at her house because they had dogs. So he stayed and watched the dogs and made sure the driveway was cleaned up and cleaned out and stuff by the time they got home, which was the next day. But yeah, it was terrible. That was a scratchy sounding pencil. Sorry, y'all. This microphone picks up really good. It's not as bad as it sounds, but... And y'all are like way over there And you're still picking it up like it's like right on top of you. Cracks me up. I'd have to put you on the other side of the room for you not to hear it. And then I still think you'd hear it. So yeah, I'd have to mute while I would color. For you guys not to hear it. Okay, so that water does not look too bad. I'm impressed. I did that with the H&Bs. All right, you want to do a butterfly? Let's do a butterfly. What colors do we have out here? Hold on, you guys. I'm looking for colors. Give me a second. Okay. I'm thinking I want a monarch butterfly. I'm thinking. Just one of them. Here's my black. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, how do I want to do this? We'll do this in here. An orange light color. And I went out of the light. My H&B pencils, they're just regular colored pencils. Amy, you know what the H&Bs are. You got them. I'm using H&Bs and Prismas, whichever one I grab. Okay. Okay, it's more of a red than it is an orange. I think I need to change my color a little bit. But that's okay. Maybe we'll just leave it the way it is. Because I kind of almost like that color too. Hi, Miss Ange. Yeah, I always mix brands. I don't have a problem doing that. Let's do whatever I have out is what I use, and Miss Ange don't have a problem with that either. See, we're not picky colorists around here. We just color to be coloring. If it turns out good, then hey, that's a plus. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's, a pencil's, I won't say a pencil's a pencil, but it's like, mm, Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet now. I'm gonna open mouth insert button. Sometimes that's not a good thing. I was gonna say a pencil's a pencil, but yeah, no. Not everybody thinks that way. And I agree. Some pencils are a lot different than others, but if I can get it to work, I'm using it and I'm okay. If I can't get it to work, it goes in the pile of, hey, let's give this to somebody else. Maybe they can get it to work. Yeah. Okay, honey. Yes, that is very possible. See, now I know why you don't want to color right now. Because you're just scared. Oh, I wanted to tell you that you were picking up Munchkin. You might want to call and get your money back, honey, because it hasn't come and I don't think it's gonna. I think it's lost. Yep. See how she talks to me, people? She's just lucky she's older than me. And for you guys that don't know, we're unbiological sisters. Okay. Do we want to do Pencil or marker? We'll see what the pencil looks like. If I can get it to look like a true black. And this is just going to be straight colored. Can you hear the dog chewing on his bone? Like, holy cow. That's that scraping sound. He's just gnawing that thing. He just cracks me up. Might have to close the door now. Can you guys hear the radio? What are you guys having for dinner? Okay. We're having kind of like a fried chicken and mashed potatoes and veggies. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping if I can get him to make it, I want some spaghetti. I was going to suggest it today, but he already had an idea for dinner. Yeah, I haven't seen a UPS man around here in a while, so I don't know what's up with that. Kind of crazy. crazy, I tell you. Alright, this isn't coming out the way I wanted it to, but that's alright. I have these days where when I color, it just doesn't turn out the way I want it to, so I'm okay with that. It happens. I know. I had one of those freezer fried rice things that you buy from the store. It's like Michelina's or something. Chicken fried rice for lunch. That was really good. I like those. They're good for quick, you know. I haven't eaten yet today. I just want a little something. You had a Pop-Tart? Well, my husband does that sometimes. He likes the brown sugars and cinnamon ones, but he likes them without the frosting. He's not a big sugar eater. And since, Pop-Tarts have like no milk in them because they're made from some kind of something weird, he can have the Pop-Tarts. But he likes them without the frosting. I like the chocolate ones. You like the strawberry? Hi, Miss Ivy. Oh, she's not cooking tonight. You're going out? Or are you just having it delivered? We were going to go out too, but I kind of decided that, you know what? I don't want to spend the money. I dropped a pretty good chunk of change just doing what I did. Nope, it's too expensive to go out We got food in the house. We're good. I was gonna talk him into going Chinese, but yeah. Again, I just didn't want to spend the cash. It's like $40 for us to go Chinese. It's like, ugh. I can put that $40 elsewhere. We just had to put new tires on our truck. So that was, a nice chunk of change. So I'm getting tired of spending chunks of change. Hell, I bought hot dogs, and they were even like kind of marked down because they're getting like ready. The date's gonna expire on them, which that don't mean nothing to me. I don't care. That's just a sell by date. That's not the. You gotta eat it by this date. Those were like $3, and then I bought some canned chili because we like that. And what else did I buy? Chili, hot dogs. Some tacos sauce. In the jar, the Ortega or something. And then a bag of chips, the tortillas. Was that it? Oh, and 2 cases, 12 packs of pop. Cost me $38. I'm like, you people. So yeah, I'm good. And then, buying for the dog because he's a spoiled brat. Oh, well, we wouldn't get chastised here because that's okay. My son doesn't really care for it either. But my son doesn't. He's not a chocolate eater. Never has been. The only kind of chocolate my daughter likes is she'll have a Snickers once in a while. But other than that, none of my kids are big sweet fans. Their mama, on the other hand, I like my chocolate. Now, my husband, if you like say ice cream, he's like where and when. One of his favorites. But now that he's allergic to dairy, he can only have it every so often. So he was buying the plant-based, but he said he'd much rather just wait every so many days or whatever and have a bowl of the real stuff. I said, I can't blame you there. Right, where's the ice cream? Absolutely. Yep, his favorite. And one of my favorite is like a long time ago. I don't know if y'all remember, but or if y'all even have a Big Boys or Elias Brother restaurant wherever you're at. But they used to have this dessert, and it was a fresh baked brownie with ice cream on top of it, and then another piece of brownie, and then hot chocolate poured over the whole thing. Oh, so good. So good. Um, that's like my favorite. So when he has ice cream, we make a pan of brownies, and then he can have his ice cream with a brownie, and I can have my favorite dessert, and that's kind of what we eat. I know, we're goofy old people. And then our dog, because he's so spoiled, no, he does not get no chocolate. But he does get 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream on days that we have ice cream. I already told the vet said it was fine. But I'll tell you what, if he don't get his ice cream when we get ours, look out. He is not going to leave you alone. Yes, hot fudge brownie delight. Yep. It is like the best. Oh, well, I don't know, but they were warm. I don't know, maybe they nuked them or something, but mine are fresh baked. They come right out of my oven. I give it about 20 minutes for them to cool down just a little bit. And then I slap some ice cream on there. And yep, I'm as close to heaven as I can be. Yes, ma'am. All right, there's that part of the monarch. Just one more part, and we are good. I'm not worried about smearing this because I'm right-handed, so I only got this right here to do, so I'm okay. Although I do want to outline this a little bit. Hot fudge ice cream cake, and I have the best fudge and fantastic ice cream. Right, Ivy? Puppies need treats too. My puppy is spoiled. He gets all kinds of treats. Trust me, he doesn't need any more treats. He's got 2 boxes of doggy treats sitting there. And then I just went and picked up dog food today, and he got a bone plus a toy on top of the dog food. So, yeah. He's definitely not hurting for treats or toys. My husband's like, so now we can throw away some of the raggedy looking ones? I wouldn't suggest it because he's going to be really mad. He don't like it when you mess with his stuff. Although every time you give him a bone, he sits there and waits for you to play. Give me that bone. Give me that bone. And he'll sit and bark at you for 20 minutes until he's done barking at you, and then he'll lay down and eat his bone. It's hilarious. Because he's not food aggressive or nothing, so I mean you can reach down and grab the bone, and he just like, like, what are you doing? You're not really supposed to touch the bone. I just want to bark at you. Yep, I made sure he's not food aggressive with anything. He can reach in his bowl and take his food, and he just like, wait a minute, why are you doing that? I picked up Munchkin some rainbow sherbet and me some praline cream ice cream. Yeah, I don't know about that. Fresh bottles of ketchup, I can't see that. I think it's fresh if you can it. Yeah, and I won't use restaurant ketchups that sit on the tables and stuff. I won't. I worked at a bar. I dealt with those things. Nope, won't catch me using one of them. One, they only changed them like every so often at the bar. So when your shift was done at nighttime and the bar was closing, you take them off the table and you wipe them down. If they're, half empty, you fill them back up. You don't empty them. You don't do anything. You just fill them till they're full. Put them back in there. Because God forbid if you throw that out, the owner's screaming at you that you're just wasting product. So yeah. Thank you. Bye, honey. Love you. And yeah, you don't know, what the people at the table that was sitting at the table, if they were assholes and they opened it up and put something in it or spit in it or who knows? Damn things sit there so long that the bottom's kind of fermented. But I'm good. I don't think. Where's my butterfly? I don't think that people should ever eat the condiments off of a table in a restaurant. I really don't. Just because I worked in one of them, I know what they do. Oh, and if you sit down and eat any kind of chip around my dog, you best give him at least one potato chip. Maybe two, but he at least needs to get one. He will not leave your side until he gets one. Because, that's all he gets, because salt and stuff's not good for him, so. But I will let him have one. Yeah, like I said, he's spoiled. I sat down the other day and I made myself, I bought some salami, sliced salami, some chunk cheese because I like to sit down, in the afternoon if I got the munchies or something. I don't want to eat chips or something sweet or whatever. Give me a couple Ritz crackers and some cheese and salami, and I'm a happy camper. And so yeah, I had some chunk cheese and some salami, and I sit down with some couple Ritz crackers. And who was on my butt from a sound sleep? Mr. Oz. And he sat down so pretty. Like, Mom, I'm not begging, but I kind of am begging. But I'm sitting pretty. It's like, you're such a butthead. So he got a piece of chunk cheese. I did not give him any salami because I didn't know if it had pepper or what it had in it. So he just got a piece of chunk cheese. He was fine with that. He walked away. My husband's like, you do realize that it's not good for you to feed him like right there while you're eating. Yeah, I know, but he's our dog and it's our house, so who cares? If somebody comes over, then I'll just have to figure it out. So when Miss Ange comes, we're going to have to work on it. Because he'll probably bug her for a piece of her food. Which, most of it he cannot have, so. Getting a piece of cheese or one little chip or something, but he normally does not get people food. He's got his doggy treats that he gets at lunchtime. When Mom and Dad have lunch, he gets a biscuit. Because, we're eating lunch. How come he can't? Even though he can go in and eat his real food. No, he'd rather have a biscuit. So that's what he gets. It's a biscuit. But he's done already ate his breakfast because they go for their walk before we have lunch. And he comes back from his walk and downs a bowl of dog food. Alright, so I like the butterfly. I'm not crazy about the tree. The bush is okay. I need a different color here. What color do I want? No, that's not it. It could be, but no. That's kind of better. What is this one? Let's see. Let's just see. Okay, so this is really thin Amazon paper, so that's kind of why I'm thinking it's sounding so scratchy. It's pretty thin. And it don't have a whole lot of tooth. Because these pencils aren't normally this sounding scratchy. But they sound pretty darn scratchy to me. Thank you so much. Please, oh, that's right, I'm not coloring the tree yet. Or the tree's already been colored, so. We'll just leave it off camera for right now because it gives me a little bit more room for the book and I can reach what I am coloring because I don't have a whole lot of room to do that. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this green to color whatever this is. And this is the way it looks, so this is the way I'm coloring it. I think it's some kind of weed or straws or straw or something. But since it's so thin, you can't really tell what it is. I'm just gonna do it like this. I kind of like that. I kind of do. Yep. So I'm thinking this is something. I don't know what, but it's something. Whatever it is, it's all green now. Some bigger pieces right there too. Wrong pencil. Dark on it. So are y'all following the Nancy Guthrie thing? Put a little green down here. I don't care what they say. I still think that her family's got something to do with it. It's just too neat. Everything's too neat. If those people would have hurt her, the last thing they would have been thinking about is, oh my God, we got to get her out of here. They would have ran. They would have said, see you later, we're out of here. But nope, these people ran. I don't like that color green, so we're probably going to change that. I mean, I like it just don't belong in this picture. Yep. They said they think it's a robbery gone wrong. Again, if it would have been a robbery, they would have just left her right there and taken off. This is too neat and clean, too organized. And there was nothing taken out of the house, so how can they call it a robbery gone wrong? She wasn't robbed. No jewelry was taken, her purse was still there, the money was still there. Bye, Amy. Have a good one, honey. I'm going to color for about 20 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day. Yep, but that's just my personal opinion. I think this was kind of set up. Or, like I said, a family member Whatever the case, it definitely was not a robbery gone wrong because, most robberies, like, again, they would have said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Joe, you're a dumbass. What the hell did you shoot her for? Let's get the hell out of here." But they didn't. No, FBI's in it. FBI's got, they're waiting on their own forensic people to come back from the DNA test. They use a different forensic company. That sheriff, they've done already ruled out the family. Family didn't have nothing to do with it. Leave them alone. Type of thing. But I really don't know how they can say that. I don't know how the sheriff can say it's a robbery gone wrong when there was no robbery. I don't know. Maybe I'm like really stupid or something. Because to me, when you say robbery, that means they took something. These people didn't take anything. It's not a robbery until you take something. There was no forced entry, which means she either knew the person or they entered with a key. Otherwise, how else would they get in? Especially at 2:00 in the morning. Right, they didn't. No, they just came out the other day and like 2 days ago and said it was a robbery gone wrong. Said they got their DNA test back and it ruled out the family. So leave them alone. It didn't match any of the family members. So I don't know. Like you said, unless they know something they're not saying, which they kind of gotta, because they're not going to put it all out there. I wouldn't think. But yeah, it just kind of, none of it makes sense to me. It really don't. The ransom notes were fake. So there hasn't been any ransom notes, so it wasn't a kidnapping. That they're telling us anyways. They ask for the public's help and then they ask for the public to shut up and leave everybody alone. That makes no sense. So they had DNA left in the house that was not Nancy's. Which that doesn't mean anything either, because, I'm sure her family had been in and out of that house. That was her home. So I'm sure her family's DNA is all over the house, and the housekeeper and the gardener and, whoever else. Yeah, but if it was a robbery, don't you think they would have taken something? Oh, never said it was a robbery. Gotcha. Sorry, I read that wrong. I'm thinking that's part of this bush. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Is that part of the tree? You don't know what color to color it. Because I'm not sure what it is. I don't know, you guys. I just hope they, find her, and it'd be great if they find her okay, and she's a little shooken up, and everything's fine. And take some therapy, but she's home and everything's good. That'd be the perfect outcome, but I don't think that's how it's gonna go. Unfortunately, I just don't. Where did I put that? I just set it down. Oh, I don't know if I set it down yet. Oh, there it is. Too many greens out here. Some tiny little leaves in here. I mean, I'm kind of surprised the kids didn't even try to pay, what ransom they did ask for, even though it was fake. They didn't know that right away. I mean, but who asked for a ransom in Bitcoin? So that's kind of a little odd. That's what makes me, one, think that the whole thing is kind of messed up. There's been a lot of public things like this, and I've never ever heard of somebody asking for a ransom in Bitcoin. And Bitcoins have been out for, a while now. So that was just kind of a little weird. But, they're the detectives on that, so who knows? Get a little bit of this white splatter on the trunk because I didn't know what was what until I colored it. So now I can get a little closer to the tree tops, the branches. Put some of this white in here. Alright, so I like how this turned out, and the mountain turned out, and the tree, and the butterfly. Now I'm just kind of debating on what all that is. I think I'm going to just do the same thing with this right here because I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like it's big leaves. I think it's just more whatever that is. And this has got me stumped right here. I don't know what that is, but We'll figure it out. This I'm just going to turn into, actually, I'll probably turn it into tree because that should come down. That should be tree stump right there. Maybe we should do this in lighter green. And then we'll take this olive green. What is this? Olive green. Darken this up a little bit. Because I think that's kind of just in with this bush. This right here, the lighter green. This with the olive. Yep. I think we're getting it. We got a lot of greens going. That's what I said. I doubt it, but it's been what, day 17, 18 now? And yeah, that's a long time. It's forest green. Yep, it's a long time. I know I've heard some people think that, they took her over into Mexico, but I mean, seriously, people, I don't think they're going to traffic an 84-year-old woman. So I don't see why they would take her into Mexico. I just don't. They haven't even called for a serious ransom or anything. So I don't know. Like I said, that we know of. They're not telling us everything, so I really wish they'd tell us a little more than what they have, but they can't, so I get it. But I hope they throw the book at whoever did this, because, I mean, seriously. I hate to see anybody, go through stuff like this. But especially, an 84-year-old woman, come on. Okay, I'm digging it. I like the flower. The flower came out really cool. Flower came out cool. Water's looking good. That's looking kind of cool. I'm not crazy about that, but I'll figure out something to do with that. I think I want the tree just a little bit darker. There's the butterfly and that tree. So I think when we come back, we'll work on darkening up the tree a little bit more. And yeah, all we got to do is this stuff. Which, while there's a lot of this stuff in there, like there's a flower, there's a flower. I think that's a flower. Flower, 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 flower. And then a bunch of leaves. Big flowers. And a bunch of overgrown leaves and grass. So, yep. Kind of not sure what that is. We'll probably make it a flower, but it's kind of weird looking. Kind of looks like it's got like a little face on it or something. Look at that. Hold on, let it focus. What is that? I don't know, but it's going to be a flower. Or dandelion or something. Mm-hmm. All right, guys and gals. I'm going to get off of here, and I'll be back in a couple days. Thanks, Lori, honey. I love you. Thanks for keeping me company. And thank you, Miss Ange and Amy and Callie, and Ivy. Thank you guys for coming in and saying hi. And we'll see you in a few days. Bye, everybody.